Hi, I'm Tabetha Dowson. Welcome to my Thursday Night Live, where I give you insight intuitively. Welcome to the Psychic High Performance Coaching Line. Oh dear. Just does make me laugh the way that Facebook grabs the first part of one's live. So I've come in a different way. I've come in through Facebook as opposed to pages, because Facebook now seems to put pages inside the normal Facebook. Yeah. So push that out there. Carefully going to be patient. We're going to remove some background noise. We're going to make my voice sound better. That's exciting. Okay. Not really. Comments yet. Right, a comment? Nope. So fingers crossed I will see all the comments coming in. Yeah, I probably need to make this a half an hour earlier. 9:30 is probably a bit late for moi. So what's been going on today? Again, another massive day. I have this knack of exposing people's untoward behaviour without even realising it. So did a little bit of that today. We kept working on setting up my weekly publication. So that's exciting. And trying to format that as much as possible so I can deliver more content. And something else I did today. What else did I do today? It'll come. Right. We have one person watching. Hi to whoever you are. I was hoping it was going to tell me. I'm just making sure. Now, whoever that one person is, would you mind just saying something? I don't need to tune into you, but I do want to make sure this is working. So if you just want to say hi, Natalie, hello. That's good. Okay, it's working. Yay. All right. Natalie, now that you're here and now that I've said hi, would you like me to tune into you? Oh. Ding. Sounds like the dinner bell. I wonder how I made that make a noise. So just let me know in the comments, yes or no, and we'll take it from there. Yeah, this 9:30 is just a wee bit late. Here we go. Scroll. No. I still really don't know what the whole star thing is here on TikTok. I mean Facebook. Yes. Okay. I don't know what that is with the old arm going out to the left. I don't know. Let's tune into Natalie and let's see what we get here. Not listening, Natalie, straight away. That's the psychic part of my brain. So you're getting everything come in intuitively, but I feel like you're not acting upon it. Hi, Melissa. Yeah, I am well at the moment. Thank you. It's always a bonus. Okay, so Natalie, two. Oh, that's interesting. So Natalie, overthinking. You're getting information coming in, but you're biting your tongue. So you're not spitting out what you need to. And I feel like there's been a long period of time where you haven't actually been able to voice your own opinion. Can you take any of that? Before we go, we'll do Melissa. We'll just check in with Natalie first and see if that lands. I am questioning myself to see if this tiredness is actually me picking up on Natalie with why she's not acting on and voicing on, because there's a little bit of brain fog in there. So I'll just wait for Natalie to come in. God, that hasn't changed in 6 years, that whole 222 that I do. That's the saxophonist in me. I'll just wait for Natalie. Yes, a bit. Anxiety, yeah. It feels for me, like my anxiety is here, for you, feeling you. I feel like your head's full all the time, and your anxiety is, well, even the way I'm speaking, I'm normally a lot more fluid than this. And the letters RSD come in, so there's obviously a whole lot of, oh my gosh, yep, okay, there goes me stimming. Not being heard, never feeling like it's the right time. So that, I can feel that going from the chest up to the head, which won't help the head. So what is the point? What is the coaching for the night? And I've just, all my earrings up here tonight, and I've just taken them off and I've just paired them together. And there's other things on my desk, Natalie, about pairing them together. So left and right brain, I feel like you've left a part of yourself behind somewhere. And everything feels incredibly difficult in there. And there's something about weight loss in there as well, something. So it feels like there's a whole lot of contradictions and conflict in the body. So if that's what you're meaning by anxiety, that makes more sense to me. So what do I do with that? What is the point of me picking that up today? So Natalie, when was the last time that you were able to speak to anybody in confidence who was objective in a professional sense? Yeah, see, I get the whole anxiety thing with the stimming and the rubbing and touching of limbs, because that's not a me thing. Yeah. So, kia ora, Marlene. It's been a minute or something. It's been a minute and a half. Okay, so I'm still tuning into Natalie, and then I'll look at Melissa, and then I'll look at Marlene, or should I say Auntie Ma. So your anxiety, Natalie, is showing up more and more into the body. What I would say to you, because the words just popped in my head, one of the biggest gifts you can probably give yourself at the moment is to go and research, and I'm looking over there because that's where my laptops are, research somatic practice and practitioners, so that we can start releasing some of that anxiety in the body, trusting that more of what you need to say will come out. Because I'm not feeling that this is going to open up until the body and the nervous system is a whole lot more regulated. Yeah. To others, grieved loved ones. Okay, let me check that. Yes, I can talk to others. Grieve. I take that's grieving. Oh gosh, this is all transparent, isn't it? With the notes, ones that are alive. Natalie, can you elaborate on that for me, please, before we go racing around the track? Other people on here have probably worked it out already. I get that. But it's important I get you just to retype that and get really clear for me. Gosh. It's been interesting. I've been picking up more and more with people's anxiety in the body of late. I'm just going to wait for Natalie to come back. I do not like what's on that side of the head. The left side of that brain just feels off. Yeah. So I don't know much about somatic work. What I do know is it's about releasing without having to do the talking, so the body talks. I'm presuming that body talk is a step in the right direction of somatic healing. Some of you might be able to help me on that on here. Family members not talking again, blocking. Yeah, see, as soon as you say that, my hand goes back there. Okay, so what do we do to clear some of that without knowing all the detail and who's done what and who hasn't done what and who should be doing what? Probably take the blinkers off and just see people for who they really are instead of trying to make people into something that they're not. That was clear, wasn't it? We think people should be a certain way. We want people to be a certain way. And most of the time they're not. This feels a little bit bigger than that. And I can hear that in my voice. So the stronger you are, the more you know who you are and the more help you get, the more you're going to be able to see where you shouldn't be wasting your time, because it feels like you are pushing it uphill in quite a few directions, wanting things to be a certain way, and they're just not going to budge. So get on with your life, because you use the word block. I get brick wall. I get brick walls. And the only person that's going to get hurt is you pushing up against brick walls. So go and get the help. There we go. There's my body language in my ear. Go and get the help that you need. And find somebody who can help you resolve more of what you need to within yourself without needing and looking for closure in other people. Whether you've done something wrong in the mix, whether you haven't, somebody has to lead the charge in moving on. And in this case, with me talking to you, that's you. Yeah. So we aren't always going to get the apologies that we deserve or we want or we crave. So we've just got to get on with our own journey, really. Yeah. So that we can start attracting the people that will hear us on a better level. Yeah. Right. I feel like I've released some of that, so I'm going to let that go, Natalie. Thank you. Thank you for letting me tune in. Yeah. That's good, because I don't want to carry that. Just don't want to carry that. All right. I'll leave that with you, Natalie. I'm just going to have a moment to myself. And as I finish there, I'm looking at the tube of Renew over there. Yeah. Start again with yourself. Oh. Yeah. So I'll just finish that by saying, yeah, don't keep internalizing all of that, because it's just going to make you go absolutely stir crazy. And life is too short. Yeah. All right, my dear, go well and see what you can do. All right. Okay, moving on. I do like a more transparent look in there. Okay, so Melissa, your turn. Here we go. Melissa Rose Young. Oh dear. Okay. So I'm holding my hands behind my back. So that tells me that you are bored, restless. What's another word for itchy feet? I also feel like there's a diagnosis in there. So I feel like you want to run from something, somebody. You don't quite know where to run to or to escape from. How do you do the next part is the biggest question that I'm sensing coming in there. Let me know if I'm on the right track. Oh, gosh. Oh, cool. Thank you, Melissa. Yep, I'm slowly getting on top of my health. And what I mean by that is not mucking around and taking antibiotics whenever I need to. When my body signals and it sends signals, I don't have to wait to be flat tack on my back. Which brings some other problems, as we all know. But never mind. Got to carry on. Okay. All right, Melissa, tell me you caught some of that. Otherwise, I'm speaking into the wind. I don't want to be speaking into the wind. Yeah. So for everybody watching, I'm going to bring this next week back to 9 o'clock. I don't know why I say back. It was never at 9 o'clock, but to 9 o'clock, because this is just a bit late for me. Okay, Melissa, did you catch what I said before? Or am I going to have to go in there somehow and try and repeat that? maybe. Maybe. Cool. Also, I know there's a delay on here. To run away from my situation so much on biggest of them all is the house I read on the market and lots of, oh God, I don't blame you. Ooh. Okay. Right. So what are we going to do with you? Okay. And why did I connect with that? Other than knowing it was going to land, what do we do with you? What is the point? Okay, and I've picked up this little end of this little bottle brush, which is probably a denture cleaning part of a kit. So I'll put that down. So teeth, cleaning, teeth, money. Who's on your side? Who's not on your side? Frustrated. Pass and go and not collecting enough dough. So quite a lot going on there, Melissa. But not wanting to do much to create a change. So my biggest question for you tonight, my dear, is what are you afraid of? Why are we not starting to step forward and tell the world what you want from it? There you go. How was that for being very philosophical at this time of the night? Okay, single mum, 4 kids, so really hard to find a home. Okay, so what do we do with you? What do we do with you and the kids? Yeah. Okay, yep, that's 100% why I want to run away. Okay. I've gone beyond what I just rambled and what I just said. Afraid of the stress. So you need a whole lot more coping strategies, need a whole lot more tools, and we need your perception to shift in and around all of that. That's a big ask. Again, the theme of the night seems to be practitioners, finding people that you can work with, whether that's online or not, to help you understand how we can clear our paths and make things easier. I mean, you're obviously feeling alone and not supported enough. So anything that you can do to breathe into going back in your past to what was the event that set up the trauma coding around being alone and doing things on your own would be great. If we can unearth that and do some healing around that, then we can start shifting what's going on now. So that's the way that I roll. Instead of dealing what you've been taught to do in this society, which is just struggle, and as a single mum you struggle some more, you've really got to crack that open so that you don't keep bashing your head against the same wall. So another topic for the night, walls, bricks, brick walls. Yeah. So I hope that makes a little bit of sense. It's really tricky now to know when people come on whether they're how much of my practice you've grabbed onto over the years. Yeah. So working with yourself, compassionate inquiry, all of that money issues. Yeah, they will be. I get that. Okay, let's see. Brakes are running. what my mind keeps saying to try and avoid. Obviously, I can't do that. Yeah, and the running is probably a default mechanism. I know it was one of mine for years. So, and I know that help in this country is just getting worse and worse. Me sitting here telling you not to worry about money is not going to help. Me sitting here talking to you about giving you some homework when the kids are asleep for 10 minutes and asking yourself, who did I learn most of my money thinking of? Which parent, which guardian, which family member, and what was the predominant theme around money when I was growing up? Okay, that's one aspect to look at to see if we can't clear that, because that's the idea with me with money and finances. It's not about breaking the habit of thinking about it. It's finding out when that habit was set up. Yeah, if that makes sense. So Melissa says, I want to shut off and just go on holiday and come back and it's all sorted for me. Laugh out loud. Yeah. Okay, we're all going to jump on that cruise ship, Melissa, with you. Yeah. Problem is we've got to sort it. The problem is it's not that we want somebody else to sort it out. It's that we've been conditioned in this Western society that to believe that we don't have the answers, and that we're supposed to survive in this capitalist state and make everything okay. But it's not designed for everybody to be okay. It promotes struggle. So anything that you can do to go and unlock the money wounds and have different conversations with yourself around money, the better, and the sooner the better. So that's just a brief interlude into that. And if anybody's got any time, and this is hitting the nail on the head as well, there are money videos on my Patreon site, and even though I haven't done much on there for a while, there are collections, and there will be a money one on there. I know there is because I made it. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm going to leave you with that, Melissa. Again, it's the theme of the night seems to be perception as well. So asking ourselves, I'm not sorry. Hi, Sam. Okay. I'll leave that there. Okay. All right, Melissa, I'm going to put you down there. Going to sit you down there. Come and check out my Patreon and just type in money. I think it was Money Mondays. There should be a list of videos in there. So on Patreon, I channel some compassionate inquiry statements to try and shift some of that worry and some of that thinking about money and finance. Okay. You are welcome. There's only so much I can do on here, but it's sometimes better than nothing. Okay, so Auntie Marlene, are we still in the building? Now, I don't know, we're still in multi-language week or we left? Because part of me would love to be able to say that full sentence in Molly. Yep. So Patreon, Tabetha Time, Tabetha with an E, and type in Money Mondays. Or just type in the word money and see what happens. Yeah. And again, it might just be my voice that you listen to that's a little bit comforting, that helps you get back in your brain into a safer place. Money wounds play havoc on the brain and the nervous system. By design, don't get me started with all of that. Georgia, hi. Okay, so last one. I will build up my fitness with these lives, but it's just a little bit too late at the moment. Okay, so I'm going to connect with Marlene, and already I am touching what feels like a bruised left shoulder. Counting, the word counting comes in. Again, I'm looking at something on my desk that's about connection and technology. So something about respect going a long way. I'm looking at these old pieces of art of somebody in this building, because we've come back to the same building as we transition into the RV. And so there's two vehicles on there. So it seems like you've got a little bit of travel coming up, Marlene. Overdue, Marlene. Don't know what you've been doing. Little snippets on Instagram. But possibly needing a break. Because that's all really tight in there. Have a break. Have a Kit Kat. So you're on the edge of a precipice. You've got the spirit pushing to come in, to channel through you. You've got information trying to come through, and you are digging in your heels, and you don't quite know where to put this next chapter. There you go. So what's that all about? Oh dear. I guess the question is, where do you put it? Where are you going to put what's trying to come through you? Where do you go? And look at that, that's my tired face. Who do you channel that to? Who do you deliver that to? Like, it's right there, it's all just trying to come through. Which is not unusual for you. This just seems to be en masse now. You've got to put it somewhere. Yes, they are rather pushy, but this is multiple. This is new. This level is new. So why? What are they? Where are they all trying to take you? Where are they all trying to get you to land? And who are they? Are they another level, or another stream, or another thread that you've never had access to before? So what's the link between what's coming through with Marlene and everybody else, because it was about perception, going and getting the help that you need. Marlene is very good at going and giving the help. So what help does Marlene need? Marlene, what are you not giving yourself? That's it. I haven't quite worked out where to put it or who to give it to so much. Yeah. Yeah, and we don't have to collect it ourselves. Just observe, wipe on, wipe off. I'm looking at the tape measure, I'm looking at the screwdriver, you know, the observation, is the tool, there's a knife on the table, there's pens, there's everything on this table that you need, but you don't have to pick it up. Yeah. Yeah. So Marlene says multiple streams and threads, a whole new whāriki. God, that's the second time I've heard that word today, being woven. Yeah, that makes sense. And we don't always have the understanding of it. Sometimes we just get bits and pieces of it, right? Enough to piece some comprehension together, enough to share some concepts with other people, and sometimes it's other people sharing back and it makes more sense, and then it doesn't become so burdensome, if that's a word. So the who is really more who are you going to share this with, and that's probably the other theme of the day with other people, not being able to talk to the right people and get the right support. Your support's there, but as usual there will be an issue with that support that needs to be worked out and past stuff resolved, and that's okay. Yeah, where are you going to end up? That's the question. So, yeah, travel, take the trip. And sometimes things get delayed. We know that. And sometimes we need that growth and we need to become that other person before we go and do what we've seen. You know, oftentimes I'm early. Don't know what this is all about. Yeah. Good. Continuing that. Marlene says, me and my support issues. Yes, well, that's okay. We are consistent of time. That's all good. No, not really. Cool. Right. That is my 3 for the day. And I will just park that there. Marlene, I trust that you're going to get what you needed to out of there. It's not like I really give you anything. But it is nice to have somebody get it and be able to have a laugh, you know, because some of it gets pretty heavy and serious. Yeah. All right. Good luck is all I'm going to say. Yeah. 2026 is the plan, to be abroad for 6 months working and 6 months home to chill. Cool. Well, keep me posted. Well, I'll see you on Insta. It'll become obvious where you are and where you aren't. And where you take it. Where you take it. Where you want to take it. It's all very well and good having these beings come in and want to take you places. What do you want to do with it? Where do you want to be with it? Yeah, more to the point. Cool. Okay, that's me. I'm cooked. I'll let you go. And peace be with you. And free Palestine. And can we just get back to having a peaceful planet? Did we ever have a peaceful planet? I hope so. All right. Good. Excellent. Excellent. Just me getting back into a space where I can work with some energy and not be depleting myself. It's good. All right, guys, ladies, more to the point, thank you. And I will see you next week if you're around. Okay. Au revoir. Ka kite. And here we go. Good night.